Kia ora koutou katoa. Hello, this is Lesley, Ormsby, psychic, medium, healer, teacher of spiritual and mystical things, and so much more. So part of that so much more is that I do these horoscope readings. Some of you might call them star sign or astrological readings. And the messages and or energy forecasts that come through when I connect with each sign. So I am up to Leo now. So welcome to my YouTube channel, Leo. I just want to say thank you so much to those of you who have subscribed to my channel so far. And I just want to take this opportunity to encourage those of you who haven't to do that now and or at the end of the video. So also, Leo, leave me a thumbs up or a comment too. So just to let me know how it, I'm always curious actually to see how it pans out for you, and even if it's just say hi, that's cool. And what that does is for me is in subscribing, it helps me to grow my channel, and then YouTube allow me to do add more content and do different things to share with you as I grow and that sort of thing. So also welcome to those of you who have found my this video on Facebook. So yeah, once again, like either you can subscribe to my Facebook, my YouTube channel, sorry, and or my or you know like or follow my my Facebook page to keep up with what is going on my on either one of those social platforms. Gosh, excuse me. It's like going blah blah blah, and I'm in my mind, and it's like they're going to try and interfere. So there may be some sort of distraction or somebody like in the background. It's like, oh, anyway, just hold on, hold that space. So anyway, what I want to do is let me see where they're going. Yeah, I just want to say also too is remind everybody that these are general reads, so the messages that come through may not resonate with all of you, and so if it does, wonderful. If it doesn't, just leave it and put it aside. Don't completely throw it out because it may be unfolding for you still. So these are, like I say, weekly reads, so it may not, you know, it might not make sense to you until like the end of the week, say, or during the week. So this is for the Tuesday, the 23rd of June 2020. Okay, so the week of that. So the other thing is, if these, if it doesn't fit with you, check out one of your other signs. So, and what I mean by that is these are for Leo, whether you're watching for Leo and you're watching it, it's in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign for you. Check out one of your other ones. And so, like for instance, I'm a Gemini, so I follow my sun sign or my personality sign more often than not. But if something isn't quite, I'm not quite getting it, then I will, you know, check out my moon, rising, or Venus sign, which is your emotional soul or love signs as well, to just, you know, top it up or give me a bit more comprehensive view about what could be coming up for me. So, anyway, so, and there is a link, that's where I was going to go with that. There is a link in the description box below that will take you to a website that has a calculator on it. It's free, so it'll put in your date and it'll work out something for you. So, and the other thing is, if you would like to book a reading with me and or a healing session to help you through this, support you through this processing, that anything that might be coming up, or wanting a little bit deeper and more information on a deeper level, we'll go a bit deeper, then in the description box below, my details are in there and how you can contact me to book one. Okay, that's it. Okay, so that went really quickly in the end. So I was actually going to draw some cards out with these cards here, the crystal cards, and a few people have mentioned, oh, I missed them last week. So, and I just didn't feel drawn to pull one last week for everybody, but I feel like more drawn to pull one this week, and also some people have requested it. So, but I'm not going to draw one for you from that deck actually, because I have a green opalite here that's I'm more drawn to share with you. This is green opalite. And this crystal may help you to, I'm going to pop it here, over there so you can see it. And hopefully it's enough to like feel into that vibration. So as I'm I'll pop it over there in a moment. So as I'm holding this up, so I'll hold it up that way. I'll just read a little bit about what it is. So green opalite, or what it's helpful for, and the benefits of it. So the green opalite, the stone of flow opalite, is a non-precious form of opal. So this stone assists one to increase one's ability to earn and retain income. It also stimulates self-worth, and it balances male-female energies, producing an attunement with the ethereal realm, and stimulates the proper flow of energy to the physical body and facilitates alignment with the higher self. It also helps one to become more intuitive and aids in the development of one's imagination and creativity, which I feel like for some of you who may be having a little block at the moment, not just so much with where you're going in life, but I feel like just, there may be some of you that are wanting to do something, just do something in general for you around the house or whatever. And some of you that may actually be your work, okay? So there's that crystal there. And then there is the other opalite, which I have type crystals. It seems to be, which is, these are some crystals, some opalite, but in a different form. I'll just hold this one up for you. Oh gosh, there we go. There's that one there. This is a form of opalite. They're only little pieces, these ones, but and there's this. Oops. Oh gosh, now I dropped it. Good one. And so this is another small piece here, but a slightly different color as well. Interesting. So the stone of opalite. I'll just hold this one up for you. I feel like I'm more drawn to hold up the orangey one, opalite. So basically the stone of it is that, like I say, it's like this one, doesn't have the fire or the play of colors that precious opals have, but there it's a, the elements of it are, it's good for, your intuitive, and folklore sources believe that this rock is said to increase one's ability to earn and retain income, which is what the other one, but also stimulates self-worth. Opalite balances the male and the female energies. I'm sorry, I'll just move my finger over that way a bit. Female energies, producing an attunement with the ethereal realm, but also stimulates like the other one, a proper flow of energy to the physical body and facilitates alignment with the higher self. And like the other one, helps stimulate creativity. So that if you have either one of those, whether you've got the green one or this one, I'm sure, tune into it, channel into it, feel into it, either one, if you've got one of those, okay? So even if you've got the synthetic one or the man-made one, that would be just as helpful as well. So and then I'm drawn to jet as well. So I've got some jet here, so it's a black stone, okay, crystal. Kind of looks a little bit like obsidian as well, but jet is fossilized wood that looks like coal. It's used for alleviating and healing grief, a protection stone to ward off evil, negativity, and psychic attacks, said to protect finances and protect from depression. When used on the upper chakras, it helps the Kundalini move to the crown chakra. It's considered a stone of sympathy, healing, grief, psychic experiences, an excellent calming stone. So it's like, sorry, I'll put it over that way. It's an excellent calming stone and helpful for treating epilepsy, migraines, stomach pains, colds, glandular and lymphatic problems. So just, a little something. Sorry if I keep moving my hand around over that way. I kind of wanted to go more to the left, but it'll be to the right to use. So yeah, so that's another little helpful crystal for you as well. Or you could find helpful for you. So I'm just going to go straight into the cards now, the tarot now, with that one. So, oh no, I'm not. Oh yes, I am. Okay, I am going straight into the tarot now for you, Leo. So I hope that makes sense for you. So yeah, if you haven't got any in your if you aren't able to physically get a hold of any of those, then Google them, and you may find like one of those maybe or may not resonate with you. So if it doesn't, then it doesn't. Just like go with the one that does, and the other one might come in a little bit later. So yeah, Google it, find a nice image that resonates with you, that you can feel into. And then, meditate with it, or just sit there and gaze into it, or you can close your eyes and feel into its energy. But yeah, blow it up nice and big for you, okay? So the first card out for you is the loss of wealth or faith. It's the Five of Pentacles. So you may be feeling maybe in that space, or being in that space, which is interesting why I have like these crystals have come up. So there's for you, so like just I've put them there so hopefully you can feel their energy with you. So there may be something going on, like that seems to be like the lead card for this week, and it's shifting your head around, your perception around how money works for you at the moment and what's coming up for you. So yeah, loss of wealth or faith. So it's finding that balance. Okay, so number 5 is I'm drawn to about the energy. So the number 5 and the 5 of Pentacles, it's all about energy basically. So energy is everything, and seeing as energy as being everything, but also as in vibration. Because if we're not in a good space, and we're like always doubting and moaning and bitching and whining about this and that and what have you, about money and that sort of thing, that's it's not a good energy to create money, because we're always in that, you're always going to be in that phase or that space of lack, and it's harder to break through that. So it's like shifting your mind frame around what what is right about this, or what can I find that is right about this, even though you're in that space and that you haven't seen what is right about this, that I can't see right then, I'm not seeing right now. Okay, but it's also about it's shifting that energy, and it's like, well, finding into more, instead of because when we're in that BMW stage, it's like where was I going to go? Oh, it's just like, it's like, yeah, find it hard to like, there's a difficulty in finding our way through that. Okay, and we just create more of that. So they're just wanting to shift. They're just talking about like shifting that. And, sometimes we do, because it's like, and it can be like one thing after another thing after another thing. It's like, what the heck? So I feel like some of you, not all of you, maybe in that space now where what else can go wrong? But it's like, okay, what else can go right? Yeah, and that sort of thing. So that's when you switch your energy around in the way that you're thinking about it. Or actually, and it may be that like the car, it's just wear and tear. So it was going to happen. Unfortunately, it happened right then. But fortunately, you've got a way to figure that out. So there's a solution. So they're talking about finding the solution rather than going into finding the problem, okay, or creating a problem. And that, so it's like, and shifting that focus into that side of thing, problem solving. That's good. That's good advice. They have told me that before as well. So. And it's shifted the energy. So the next one card out is, and these all come out together. So this is obviously the story that this one here is the main one, is about shifting that that energy from that loss of wealth or faith and turning it into having faith, and that everything is there when we want to. We're just going to find the solution and change the story. So then we have the Five of Swords, accepting the limits of both victory and defeat. So it's the Five of Swords. So there's something, the swords is always about, it's about what do you call it, thoughts, our words and our actions, okay, and do they marry up, do they, and that sort of thing, and life challenges. So it's also about communicating our ideas and making decisions and asserting our power. So this one here, I feel like they're talking about that something will happen or has happened, was going to happen for some of you, where you might have that sense of a victory and or defeat. So it's about, accepting, which end of it that you're at, which is what they were going back here, talking about that, that having faith, and there may be a loss of wealth or faith, but it's okay. it's like you go there because sometimes our spirits get dampened when it's just when there's something is not quite there where we wanted it to be or where we thought it was going to be, but there's something bigger coming. I'm just feeling, they're giving me that feeling. It's like there's something coming out of it, but it's about also accepting it, whichever side of it you're on, okay? And that because it's like things are turning, and it may be that sometimes unfortunately we need to go to that space, or we've been sent to that space to figure something out. So our ego might have gone in there in some point, you know, in some way or form, but it will just it'll help bring about a balance, or bring about a picture of, you know, what will get us to see something that we haven't seen before, okay? And to help us to find a way to move through it. It's just because that's what like Spirit is saying. It's just a life. It's just a life challenge. It's just a challenge, and to see it as that, and you'll overcome it. Okay, it's like looking for the solution, not a problem, not the problem. Or you know, you can find the problem, but you know what the problem is. But it's now finding the solution. Okay, cool. I really like the way they said that. Anyway, so we're moving on from that one. So the energy, the deal, power and energy in prison. So this is the thing. The devil card is in there. So there's something where you may be like limiting yourself, which is back here in the way that you're doing, or imprisoning yourself. And with your, because I'm hearing about with your relationship with money. And it's like looking at whether it's something that is yours, which it kind of is in the way that you've bought into it. So and it's made it yours, but it could be, you know, how we have these belief systems about how money is and how to earn money, how to save money, how to bank money, how to, like you should do this, you shouldn't do that, blah, blah, blah. So they're talking, so it's about how did that get there, which is why because I'm hearing some of you are like, money comes and goes, and it's like you may be in this impulsive phase, and that could be what it is that you're needing to address, is like your impulsive purchases in some way and how you spend money. It could be like, which was brought to my attention the other day about that program about people, they're buying, groceries and food, and what they're spending their money on, and how much money they could save if they made certain things from home, and actually how much they spend on takeaways and stuff like that. So, and they're wondering how they can save money, or make, use, their money, save money basically, and that sort of thing. So I don't think I need to go any further with that one, but I think most of you will feel. So it's about unletting yourself, giving yourself a bit of a break and setting yourself free from that, from the chains that you've bonded yourself, forgiving yourself, which comes back to all this and that. So it's like in overcoming it. So what do you need to change in that? So, and one of the things they're talking about is like, having a look about, like with doing a vision board, it can help you shift that to help you make the changes that you need to make to get you back on track, on alignment to, to where it is you want to go, want to do, be, and have, and get you to look at how you, your relationship with yourself and money and others around you as well, and how that all came to be, and can come to be when you shift it. Okay, when you look at different figures, role models and stuff like that to shift it. Okay, cool. So then we have the King of Swords, and he's an authority figure who is both firm and firm but fair. So you may need to get into that space with you of yourself, is to be, get into that space of being, strong within yourself, and be more, but also be fair with yourself. There may be a male energy that comes into your life that can help you, that be that mentor for you, or be that role model, or you see someone that's like that's like something that you may need to bring into your life with yourself. So whether you're a male or you're a female, this King of Swords may be that for you, to bring in that sort of energy, to be, and in order to get to where you are, you need to be firm on where you're wanting to do and how you're going to achieve it, blah, 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 all that sort of thing. And then, but be fair, be kind to yourself as well, because as you're moving, transitioning into that space, but also like challenge yourself. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm just like, and then there's this one. So you may be in a space where you're having to juggle money and to, you know, rob from Peter to pay Paul or vice versa, but juggling finances and that sort of thing. So, but, you know, it's like having that faith. And, you know, there is a lot of things that are going on in the world that it's like, you know, with this whole, you know, COVID thing, that's like tipped the balance of, for a lot of people, you know, with the financial side of things. And it's like, so there's a lot of changes in that way as well, but there's also, but in how we see the world and how it can affect us, or may affect us in that sense. But it's also given us an opportunity to make some changes within our lives and how we move through the situation. And maybe, and it's getting us to, like this one here is like, you know, addressing things within ourselves. I feel like this whole story here is about addressing things within ourselves. So this one here and these crystals here are like perfect for, you know, crystals to pop up for you. How cool is that? The universe just knows, don't they? So the other thing here, the last card that's come out is small beginnings. So Page of Pentacles is in there. So something you may have, like already some of you's, you know, set the wheels in motion for something, because this is like, you know, those of you who will know, understand that. So something is growing. So the Page of Pentacles is like, you know, small beginnings. So and it's like, you know, it's not going to happen overnight, but it will happen. But the more energy you put into it and the more belief and self-belief and, you know, and not buying into, like, say, drama on the media or that's happening around the other parts of the world, wherever you are, it's like just focusing on what you can do for you and your family and or in your area and for you and your beginnings and how that can pan out for you. Because I'm hearing it, yeah, like keep on keeping on. And there's a card coming in here, this one. So I just want to mention that I shuffled all the cards quite really well, and that, so there we go. Here's that thinking man. So they're bringing me back to that King of Swords again. So some of you may be that thinking man, but he's like wondering, thinking about how he can find a solution, basically. And that's number 4 and number 4 and 6. For number 46 is linked to that card. So I'm hearing about, you know, that gratitude thing, you know, that gratitude side of things is coming in there. It's quite strongly with that one. And number 4 is about grounding. It's about security in directions, whether you know, directions, whether it's north, east, south, or west, but, you know, your direction and where you're wanting to go in life or work or whatever it is for you. But it's also, it's about foundation and creating one, being in one, being one in one. So there may be, you know, like with everything that's going on, is something has like created that instability, because it's, you know, that's what it's about, is building that stable, you know, future, like security and that sort of thing, and being secure within yourself. So when we've got that, you know, as you're building that, it's like, you know, for some of you, things may be a little bit like unstable at the moment, but working on your ground chakra and working with everything that's come up in here, like to do with your relationship with money, basically, and how you're going to sort that out and like heal that, shift that perspective, whatever it is for you. That's going on there, because 4 really is about grounding and foundation stability within family and finances as well. So, but also, you know, and like, you know, because you know when you know yourself, when you're feeling stable, when you're everything's, you know, it's flowing. And I feel like for some of you, things are flowing, and others, you know, and others of you, things are flowing, but it could be a little bit dodgy. So we're all at different stages of where that foundation or that security and direction is. So, and some of you, there is quite a solid foundation there, but it's like just like moving in what direction to make it more solid or to stabilize it, or maintain it. Okay. 6 is about service to humanity, and I kind of feel like that's not just like you have to be, because this 6 has come up lots lately, and and I feel like it's just finding your grounding and your balance within that as well, and how you can contribute in some way, whether it's being environmentally safe and safe around the home, around the community, or whatever. It could be like humanitarian work, as in, you know, helping out in a soup kitchen or something like that, or just simply being, you know, smiling and making somebody's day and saying, you know, thank you, please, all those, just something like that, even in like when you're going out to the supermarket, because, you know, or, you know, a shop, or it could be, you know, helping an elderly person. It could be something to do with animals, where you, you know, maybe a foster carer. It could be foster caring children. I don't know. It's like thinking outside of the square, that humanitarian side of you. And it could be just, you know, with everything going on in the world, that you're taking more notice of about that, about how humans interact on this world and the impact that we have in this world, on this planet, but in this world, in this universe. So it may be like switching some things about, you know, being like, oh, diverse in the way that you're thinking. And of course I'm hearing biodiversity as well. So it's, I don't know, whatever that means to you. For some of you will get that, what they're talking about. But then you see like 4 and 6 to me, because I draw me to that, equals 10. So there's something like that's come around for you. There's a new way of thinking, or a different way of thinking or being. And there may be a man that comes in to help you, or you may be that man that is thinking about that. And you may know that man, that person, the thinking man, and that comes in to help you like shift that thinking, or help you build that project and create that project in some way or form. That's so cool. Okay, so there's a lot going on this week, and this new moon will have pushed some of it out. A few planets have gone into retrograde, which is kind of slowing things down a little bit to help us to integrate, to ponder, to process in a deeper way. So don't resist it. Go there so you can knock this out of the ballpark and allow yourself to move forward, or move through into whatever it is that you where you're wanting to go to, okay, in your life. Okay. Anyway, that's all I've got for you today, Leo, for this week. And like I say, today is the 23rd, Tuesday the 23rd of June here in 2020, here in New Zealand. So I haven't time-stamped these dates to like have an end date, because we're all at a different phase. So it may not, like I say, make total sense to you right now, but it may be something that you're flowing into, okay? And it might unravel then for you. Anyway, in the meantime, my spiritual team and I, the light beings and my guides and helpers, we just leave you with lots of love, peace, harmony and joy, excitement and adventure. And we'll see you again next Tuesday, okay? Bye for now.